Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another Tuesday with Tonya. This is the video for April 1st, and I promise you it is not April Fool's Day, and I am grinning from ear to ear. So excited for this week's video, and so excited to show you guys. So this week will be a little longer video because we are going to go into my custom cutting table. Jerry, the husband, built me a over 14 foot long custom cutting table. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. I love everything about it, and I can't wait to show you the process and the finished product. And so we're going to go in depth and behind the scenes into what it took and why we did certain things the way we did. And so grab your cup of coffee, grab your hot cocoa, grab your hot tea, and settle in, and let's get to looking at this beautiful, beautiful table. Hang on, guys. It's gonna just amaze you. So here we go. All right, everyone. This is the extremely gorgeous, wonderful over 14 foot long custom cutting table. Couple of changes, or one change that is coming where those white strips are that you see. That is actual cutting mat inserts in this custom table. Those will be replaced by black strips. They're just not in yet. So file cabinets underneath for extra storage. It is built on a metal frame that Jerry welded custom for this table, and it is on amazingly sturdy and durable and wonderful casters so that we can roll it wherever we want to go. Isn't it beautiful? All right, let's get to the process. Started out as some planks of plywood, believe it or not, and from there Jerry worked his major magic and turned it all into the beautiful cutting table that you just saw. So after getting it all cut down into the right size, gluing the sections together, we moved on to stain. And believe it or not, stain is huge and took a long time for us to figure out and get the correct color that I wanted. So purple is not an easy color to stain, but we made it work. It just took a bit to stain it, and then you have to let it dry because the color that you get when it's dry is definitely not the color that it is when it's wet. So there you see those custom grooves in the table. This is after the first coat of stain on there that we did. And then there's Jerry working hard. He is brushing on some poly on there, and you'll see him use a roller in a little bit as well. So it looks all shiny and vibrant, and then it dries to a duller finish. But after that stain is on, a couple coats of poly, sand in between those coats, so it's very labor intensive. And he worked on this and worked on it and just did such a beautiful, beautiful job. So letting that dry in between coats and then sanding it a little bit and then going at it again. This section of the video, this is the black border that he put on there for me. So the big black outline kind of bordering off the entire table. Had to get it all taped off and then that black painted on. And this is the inner border. So as quilters, we know what that's about, your outer border and your inner border. So that tiny thin black inner border will just help us keep everything straight as we are rolling out your fabric, and make sure that we have a great crisp line to follow as we unroll our bolts. So fantastic inner border on there. And then coming up, you are going to see right here on your right, there's numbers there and little dash marks. So we do a lot of remnants here, and it's kind of a pain to get the tape measure out all of the time and measure those remnants. And so Jerry did little stencils, and in the first yard of this custom table, he notched out 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You get the idea. So that when we are measuring our remnants, we don't have to get the tape measure out. We can hold them up to the table, and our measuring will be accurate for our remnants right there. So quick and easy and awesome. All right, here we go. This is getting the decals on. And so we do have a vinyl cutter. So everything that you see from the fabricforfun.com to our little Highland cow mascot named Stash, to his little paw hoof prints, I shouldn't say paw, his little hoof prints on there. to everything about that table, the wording, everything on there is from our vinyl cutter. So we cut it out on the vinyl, and then you stick a tacky sheet to the vinyl, pull off the back, stick it down, and then you end up pulling the sticky tape off of the front, and what you're left with then is your vinyl decals. And so fabricforfun.com, the first of the decals are done on there. And so now he's just going to go press down every edge, every corner, just to make sure that everything is down and sealed good. There you have it, fabricforfun.com. All right, we were trying to figure out how, well, there's the large stash that he is doing with vinyl on the end. That is my mess, as I'm trying to figure out how to get Stash to do some little meandering with his little hoof print that says F for Fabric for Fun. Again, working on layout here. Where are we going to put everything? How is it going to look when we're doing some videoing and some pictures? This huge stash on the end of the table had to be done in 2 sections, and so he kind of had to put half of his head on and then the other half. Here are the little hoof prints again, getting the layout right so that it meanders through. We played with a couple different layouts until we got one that I really liked. The loop-de-loop did not make it in. There is Jerry's hands. He was going finger by finger, measuring out the hoof prints so they were even. So again, working on the vinyl here in this little section, getting his hat on. Oops, back to the hoof prints. And this was a surprise. The glare kind of is nasty right there, but Jerry put this on there. I always like to end my videos with, as always, joyful sewing. If you have watched us on Facebook or YouTube or talked to me in person or received an email from me, I truly do wish you all joyful sewing. I love that. And so he surprised me and put that as part of my custom cutting table on the very end for me. So extremely thoughtful, amazing. I love it. And that's where that comes into play. So yep, there we go. Again, the meandering little hoof prints going through. He's walking, doot, 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 doot. Oh, there he is. And what does he say? More fabric equals more fun. I don't have a very good cow voice. Sorry, we're working on it. And there is the, as always, joyful sewing, everyone. So there it is. The table is almost complete at this point. It just takes a couple of coats of clear coat after we had that done. And you will notice those strips are not on here right now, the white strips. They are removable, and I was hoping that the black ones would get here in time before I shot this video, and I'm not very patient, and so I did not wait for them to come in to get this video up for you guys. So there is the table, and yes, fabricforfun.com at the end. Oh, and look above Stash's head. Can you see what that is? Do you see those tape measures? Does everybody get it? Measure twice and cut once. Get it? Yeah, we thought it was kind of funny. So there is Stash with his 2 tape measures and his rotary cutter telling you or reminding you to measure twice and cut once. And so just a wonderful, again, video, a little slower here of his meandering and everything that's happening on this table. So again, those grooves, that way we can not wear out the table and they will be replaced. So as those grooved sections, the cutting mat wears out, we just have to replace that little section instead of covering all of this gorgeousness up with a huge cutting mat where you only use, 2 inches or 3 inches of it. So trying to save on the mats and have a beautiful space all at the same time. All right, and here we go. This was the front of the shop, all nice and tidy and cleaned before we moved the new table in. So kind of the old layout. You can see in the center section there, kind of empty. This was our old cutting table. I could do 2 yards at a time and then had to, pull the fabric and move it over. And then our carts and everything are there, and those are our shipping tables. And so just giving you an overview of what the shop space looked like before we moved the custom cutting table in. So that's where it's going to go. Big, wide open space there. And then we're going to move those shipping tables up and around in front of my desk and move those carts, obviously. And then that old funky cutting table that has served us well for a year is going to go bye-bye, and the filing cabinets that are underneath it that we use for extra storage will be moved underneath the cutting table, the new cutting table. So that is a great overview of what the front of the shop looked like before we moved in the fabulous, fabulous new table. Okay, watch quickly. This is a hyper time-lapsed video of moving it from the very back of our shop space. We didn't go through the shop and through the warehouse space. We went outside the building, around the entire thing, and up into the front. And as you can see, Jerry and Derek moved that all by themselves, super fast, super quick, without any hiccups because of those beautiful casters that were on there. And here it is. Here's the new space. So we have moved the shipping tables. There they are in front of the desk. No cutting table there at all anymore. And then we have this over 14-foot long, beautiful custom cutting table. Really opens up the front of the shop, which is great for when we're packaging and shipping and have all those totes and bins there. But there is the table in its new home. I won't say permanent home because, hey, we can move it anytime we want to move it. But this is where it's going to live for the foreseeable future. So gives us a lot more space in here and ability to do your orders faster and be able to do larger cuts easier, which is always a great, great thing. So look at that beautiful new shop space. It feels all brand new and gorgeous in here. Super, super excited to get those strips in there and to get cutting. Welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed this video very much. Obviously I enjoy it very much, and obviously I'm going to enjoy this table very, very, very much. So a huge shout out to my husband for doing all of this. So the little ideas that I can come up with, he takes to the next level and then the next level from there. So his support and his love and his devotion and his ideas and his brilliance and how he can pull off these things amazes me all the time. So if you know my husband Jerry, you know I speak the truth that if you have an idea or you need something done, he's able to take it to the next level and then some. So that being said, a couple of housekeeping things this week. So on What's New Wednesday, which is tomorrow, we are going to have some new Timeless Treasure fabrics, some new Benartex, and a bunch of new Clothworks. So check that out. Those will be live and on the website tomorrow. If you love cotton and steel, make sure and get on the sale that is going on right now. So cotton and steel is 20% off through Wednesday, and then we will decide another sale to have, another Dash to Stash sale coming up on Thursday. But right now, through Wednesday, 20% off all cotton and steel. So if you love cotton and steel, and trust me, those of you that love cotton and steel, we know that you love cotton and steel fabrics. So make sure you get in on that sale as well. And again, thanks for being here. Thanks for spending some time with me on Tuesday. And thanks for supporting us in this journey that we have begun. So you guys are amazing. We love our customers. We love hearing from you. So keep it coming. If you haven't moved over to YouTube from Facebook with us, we ask that you do so, and that you hit that like and subscribe button on YouTube. Very important to us. And bring your friends along, and make sure and follow us on Facebook. Again, I did throw a sale up this weekend just for Facebook followers. So if you are not a Facebook follower, you did not get in on that sale. So I will be doing different promotions and different sales for YouTube, for Facebook, and for email subscribers. So everyone will get a little different. And we'll go from there. So make sure that you do all 3 of those things if you want to be a part of all of the sales and all of the action here at Fabric for Fun. So thanks for joining us. I hope you guys have a fantastic week. Hope you find joy in whatever it is that you're doing this week. Hope April is good to you, and hope there are no April Fool's pranks that go on in your world today. And if there are, I hope they bring you laughter and joy. So have a fantastic week, everyone. Thanks for being here with me again. And as always, joyful sewing, everyone. Have a great week.